This is how they make rubber roof caps right here in Minnesota. So this is raw material?
This will be the raw material. So this is the virgin, low linear density polyethylene.
So the color is happening here?
Yeah, so we mix the color here. It gets pulled up through, and then it gets mixed in the machine. So how the process works is that material gets pulled in from the vacuum and goes through the mixer and the dryer. So as it melts, this sprue ends up pushing and injecting the material into that tool at a very high rate, up to 250 tons of pressure. Each part has a different cavitation of a mold. So this one right now, you can see it's making multiple parts in one mold. When you switch materials, you have to purge the unit because you don't want that mixing with your virgin material. That's one of the things about Robert's roof cap is that it's always virgin material. It's going to be stronger and last longer and mold a lot more efficient.
How do you maintain quality?
We set up an operating procedure and a quality operating procedure for every part that we run. And you guys have different materials. You know, your flange base is the linear low density polyethylene that's flexible. You can run your nail gun through it without cracking. And then the cap is going to be a high density polyethylene, which is for the strength where you can hit it with that hammer or survive a hailstorm, no problem. So we kind of have checks for all of that.
So we sell to contractors, and one of the issues that they say is like, wow, it's made out of plastic.
I've heard that.
What would you tell them?
Well, plastics come a long way since, back in the day, and the custom engineered compounds that we use are more than likely going to surpass the quality of metal, especially when it comes to filled materials. You guys have UV additives in this product as well, so it's sun resistant. It's going to last the life of the roof or more. And the design is really what helps as well, right? So the shaping, the wall sections, how we're designing the product to take the impact. Even the heat, we have to get this machine up to 500 plus degrees to melt this to shape that part. It's very rare that your roof is going to see 500 degrees. I would think maybe, I think HDPE has like a 230 centigrade melting point. So it's going to take some extreme weather or fire to melt this. So I wouldn't think there's an issue comparing it to metal or any other part. Well, this is your cap. This is the one that's high density polyethylene.
Yep.
It's got really rounded areas and a lot of radiusing to help with strength. Because where you have sharp corners, you're prone to cracking. So we designed this to make sure it's very round. And this is a high density polyethylene that you can hit. It's going to take the impact very well. And this has that UV additive inside to help with dealing with the sun and outdoor conditions. Flange, we made this with the linear low density polyethylene. So it's very flexible. Also has a lot of radiusing throughout where you can see this large circle circumference here versus having square corners and edges that are going to give you cracking over time. This is where low density is really good for flexibility and strength as well. So you can puncture this with your nail gun and not crack it. That's going to be one of the additives versus some of the recycled material you'll find in the competitors that they don't hold up and they crack when you put the nail gun through. This is the inner coupler here. This is what connects inside of your part that connects to your hose that goes down through the bath vent. And this is all coupled with a clamp.
Yep.
And then we also make the flapper that goes inside of here to prevent any birds or debris from going in. But you'll find with that geometry here, it already is a natural rain shield. That was one of the benefits of the design, to keep weather from getting up under it, like some of the open face metal products you'll find. Once you're all sealed, this is on there really strong. You can take that impact, no problem. If you have 3 parts of different sizes, they all require a different amount of material to be put in at one time. And things need to flow evenly in a mold. And if they don't, you get short shots and things that don't work out. You might have a dent here or a bubble, or your clips don't work. So you have to separate based on the material requirements. The size of the press, the size of the parts, all kind of makes a big difference. And
Who makes these?
so we designed this, and we can build tools in-house, but we also work with domestic and overseas mold suppliers. Pretty hefty, so it's all hardened tool steel. It's got to be really durable to last the life of the mold versus aluminum. So these machines are very strong. They have to clamp together with hundreds of tons of pressure.
How much a machine like that cost?
Well, usually the number you see on it, you add a couple zeros. So if it's a 250 ton press, add another couple zeros. 250,000, 140,000. They can be incredibly expensive, but they're very efficient. These are all electric machines, and you'll see that we equip them all with the robotic automation. So that helps us require less labor in the shop. So one guy can check on 3 machines instead of having somebody pulling parts out of one mold all day long.
I see.
So that's why we put the robots on there to help with your guys, is keep your production costs effective keep the cycle times quick, and keep that labor cost out as much as we can. Once something's molded at building 1, we move it over here if it needs assembly work. Here you'll see all of our different equipment for labeling, hot
Packaging.
stamping, pad printing, packaging.
I have a lot of machines here.
Kitting, yeah, absolutely. And each job might need its own machine, so we will add processes as needed. We can add your kitting, we can add custom graphics, we can put cards in, instructions, install instructions, things like that, which helps. So just full service manufacturing, head to toe.
Robert's roof cap.
Yeah, Robert's roof cap, fully manufactured here, kitted, assembled, labeled, custom packaging with your with your production ready boxes to go to the customer, and that's all done at Aeroplex. So we can do that with any product of yours, different sizing requirements. If you needed a multi-pack, or if you have anything in the future too coming out, custom packaging you guys can either provide or we can provide it as well. We work with you guys as an extension of your engineering team. So whatever it is you need out of us is what we're going to give you.
And this is how they make Robert's roof caps. You can buy one at a time, $49.95 on their website, but they have a better offer. To try it, they created a special offer of 4 for $20 each, $80 offer. After that, you're gonna receive email with a special of 20% off your first big order. You can buy half a pallet or full pallet, 96 boxes, will look just like this. As always, the more you buy, the cheaper it gets. Link to purchase below, comment below what you think.